Hi, my name is Sachin Takmare and you are welcome to 19th video of this series. In the previous video, we learned that self-attention means finding your own meaning by looking at the surrounding words in the same sentence. We also learned that multi-head attention means looking at the same sentence from multiple perspectives at the same time and understanding multiple interpretations of the sentence. And at the end of the previous video, we asked an important question. If the machine processes all words at the same time, how does it understands the sequence or the order of the words in the sentence? And how can we show all tokens or words to the model simultaneously? Consider these two sentences. My name is Sachin and Sachin is name my. The words are exactly the same, but the meaning is completely different. So, how does a machine understand this difference? The answer is by using parallel processing and positional encoding. Let us understand this with a simple example. Imagine that you have gone to a government office for some work. There is only one service window and the queue is very long. Every person has to enter one by one. The next person cannot enter until the previous person leaves. This is exactly how older models such as RNN, LSTM and GRU used to work. They processes only one token at a time, one after another, on the serial basis. Only after processing one word, they could move to the next word. Because of this, training was very slow and the sentence became longer. The processing time increased even more. But then parallel processing arrived and completely broke this queue system. Now imagine that the office open many service windows at the same time. Many people can be served simultaneously. The waiting time reduces dramatically. This is exactly what parallel processing does. All the words in the sentence are processed simultaneously in parallel. As a result, training becomes much faster. But now comes the next question. If all the words are processed together, how does the machine know their order? To understand this, let us take an example. Imagine that you have gone to a cinema hall to watch a movie. The hall has 500 seats, but imagine that tickets do not contain sheet number. Now, suppose all the people enter the hall one by one. Eventually, everyone may find the place to sit, but the process will be very slow. Half the movie will left before everyone settles down. Now imagine something else. What if all 500 people enter the hall at exactly the same time? Who will sit where? There will be complete confusion, chaos, and panic situation because nobody knows their positions. Now suppose every ticket contains the seat number. What happens? Every person directly goes to the correctly seat. No confusion, no chaos, and the process becomes very fast. This is exactly the idea behind positional encoding. Parallel processing allows all words to enter simultaneously, but positional encoding gives every word its position information. Because of this, model knows where every word belongs in the sequence. In simple words, positional encoding means providing every token with information about its position in the sentence. Friends, so far we have studied all the important components of transformer separately, that are attention mechanism, which provides context, self attention, which helps word understand its meaning, multi head attention, which allows multiple perspectives, parallel processing, which processes all tokens simultaneously, and positional encoding, which tells the model the order of the words or tokens. Now let us see how all these components works together inside the transformer architecture. The diagram you see on the screen is the transformers architecture. It is one of the most important architectures in the history of artificial intelligence. The transformer architecture has two main parts, the encoder part and the decoder part. They work together like a team. The encoder's job is to understand the input, and the decoder's job is to generate the output. Unlike older encoder decoder architectures, there is no bottleneck problem and there is no single context vector. Attention mechanism allows information to flow much more effectively. In the transformer, the complete sentence is given to the model at once. The complete sentence or a complete paragraph or a book may be given at once, and positional encoding is added so that the model knows the position of every word even though all words are processed simultaneously inside the encoder. Inside encoder, there are two major layers. The first is multi-head self-attention. This layer studies the relationship between words from multiple perspectives. The second is the feed-forward neural network. This layer processes the information further and passes it to the next layer. Multiple encoder layers are stacked one above another. This helps the model understand highly complex language patterns and meanings. You can think of encoder as an extremely intelligent reader. Once the encoder has read and understood the entire input sentence, the decoder begins its work. The decoder's job is to generate the output sentence, one token at a time. While generating the output, the decoder continuously looks at the information produced by the encoder. It can focus on the most relevant part of the input whenever needed. However, the decoder follows one very important rule. It uses masked self-attention. What does that mean? While generating the next word, the decoder is not allowed to look at the future words. It can only see the words that have already been generated. Without this rule, the decoder could see the future. In other words, it could cheat. And if the answer is already visible, no real training or learning would happen. That is why future tokens are hidden using masking. This is called masked self-attention. The decoder contains three main components. First is masked self-attention, second is encoder decoder attention, and third is feed-forward neural network. We have already discussed the first component. Let us look at the second one. Encoder decoder attention allows the decoder to focus on the most relevant information produced by the encoder. It helps the output remain context aware and meaningful. Then comes the third component, the feed forward neural network. This is a small neural network that processes the information coming from the attention layers. Finally, a softmax layer predicts the most probable next word. It transforms raw understanding into refined understanding and helps model make better decisions. This process repeats again and again until the complete sentence is generated. Friends, there is no doubt that the transformer is one of the most powerful architectures ever created. But every powerful technology comes with some limitation. Transformers also have their own challenges. The first challenge is training data. Training a transformer requires enormous amount of data. The second challenge is computational complexity or computational power. Training transformers required expensive GPUs and TPUs. The cost of hardware, electricity, infrastructure, and expert engineers can easily reach millions of dollars. Because of this, training large transformer models was not something an ordinary engineer or a small startup could easily do. Only large organizations such as Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI could afford it. And there was another major problem. For every new task, the model often had to be trained again with the significant resources. This created an important question. Would the power of AI remains limited only to the large companies? If an ordinary engineer or a student wanted to build their own model, what could they do? How can they do? And once again, revolution arrived. Do you remember transfer learning from CNN, where knowledge learned from one task was reused for another task? A very similar idea entered into natural language processing through a historical research paper called Universal Language Model Fine Tuning for Text Classification. In short, it is called as ULM-FIT. This paper introduced a powerful idea. We do not always need to start from the scratch. We can transfer the previously learned knowledge to the new task. And this marked the beginning of the new era in the natural language processing. But what exactly is ULM-FIT, and how did this single paper make advanced NLP accessible to ordinary engineers and students? This is exactly what we will explore in the next video of this series. Friends, in this storytelling series, Neurons to ChatGPT, the journey from Neurons to ChatGPT, how did you find today's Transformer video? Let me know in the comment section. If you are enjoying this series, please like, subscribe and share with your friends. We'll see you soon in the next video of this series. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.